it's Amelia bringing you another Microsoft Word video. In this video, I'll show you how to add a page border to your document. Let's get started. Did you know you can add a plain or fancy border to one or more pages in a document? You can select a line style and change the width or color, or you can select an art border with a variety of graphics. You could find additional borders in Microsoft Office templates. It's easy to apply borders and add a bit of flair to your document. So in Word 2016, you would select Design, and then Page Borders, which is over here on the right. And please note that in earlier versions of Word, such as Word 2007 and 10, it's a little different, so I've included the steps in the caption below. So from the Page Border tab in the Borders and Shading dialog box, there are some selections here that you'll want to make. And first, for the setting, I'm going to go ahead and select Box, and you can see the preview here on the right. Next, for Style, I'm going to go ahead and select Multiple Line, which is down a little bit, and let me just select the multiple lines. And next, for the color, I'm going to go ahead and select this blue color. Let's just make it a little darker. And then for the width, I'd like it a little thicker, so I'm going to go with 3 point. Actually, that might be a little bit too thick, so let me just go back to 3/4. And next I would click Apply To, and actually I'm going to hold off on the art. I'll show you that next. But on the right, Apply To, in my case, let's say I only want to apply to the first page. Like example, you might have a document where you have a cover page, so you only want the border on the first page. If you don't make a change, it's going to apply to the whole document. So in this case, I want to select just first page only, and then click OK, and let's see what that looks like. So that's not bad. That's a kind of a plainish border that you could play around with. But now let me show you the art border. So I want to go back to Page Borders here in the Design tab, and in the page border, actually first, I'm sorry, let me go ahead and undo this. Okay, and I clicked Control Z to undo that. So go back to Page Borders, and this time I want to go into Art. And in the pull down for Art, there's all kinds of nifty little art borders. And yes, some of them are cartoonish and have been around since the early versions of Word. But you know, some of them actually are kind of cool. You have to take some time to look through them all, and some of them are holiday themed, and some of them are, you know, have little graphics, so you might be able to match that up with your theme of your document. And some are actually quite creative, and it's a little bit hard to see in this preview, but I would suggest trying a couple. Like this particular one might look nice, and then click OK and see how it looks. And I want to show you one more thing that back in the page borders, and let me just Control Z that just for a second. If you happen to pick an art border that's black and white, I wanted to show you a little trick here. Let's go down to something that's black and white. So let me go ahead and pick this one here that's black and white. So then what you can do is you can, instead of automatic color, you can actually change that to a particular color. So let me pick something that's a little bit different. I'll pick like this burgundy color, and what's nice is it just takes that black and white and changes it into that color. So that's kind of nice. And again, like I said, you might want to experiment and play around with the art borders and add that easily to your document to give it a little bit of color and to add some graphics. I also want to note that you could find some sample documents with borders in Microsoft Word templates by clicking File, New, and then entering Borders in the search box. And when you do so, you're going to see a variety of documents, that some of which have some preloaded borders here if I scroll down. Like for instance, you know, here's a holiday themed one, And you do kind of have to take some time to look through the borders to find some, ones that will suit you. But like here's another one here. So if I go ahead and click on it, then you can see a preview. So there's quite a few options available for borders. And that's it for today's video. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you like this video, please click like. If you like my channel, please click subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.